Hello everyone, this is Dr. Russell Schaefer. Today I'm going to go through how to make free models using Blue Sky Plan. And the reason for this is that last week, and this is the last week in February 2025, Medit announced that they're no longer letting people who don't own a Medit use their Medit model software for free. And while you might find this kind of funny, because I actually own Medit, I own two of them, an i500 and i700 wireless. I actually don't use their Medit model software. I don't like it very much. Um, yeah, I actually prefer Blue Sky Plan. Um, I think it's more accurate. I've always liked Blue Sky Plan. I find it easier, but I'm just kind of a creature of comfort, a creature of habit, like all dentists. Yeah, but also I actually own a full copy of Exocad, and I rarely use it. I still use the Blue Sky Plan. I just kind of hate my money, I guess. But yeah, we're going to go through a case today. The how to use the Sky Plan. This is a case I'm actually sending off to a lab to have them make a denture for me. I do sometimes have other labs that make my dentures. This is going to be kind of a BOGO, buy one, get one free. I'm using Glenn's trays here. Corey gave me some trays for free to try on out. If you get a chance, go buy them. They're wonderful. I highly recommend them. I kind of disagree with how Corey's selling them. He sells a starter pack of, a full set of uppers and lowers. You need about twice as many uppers as you need lowers. Just that's my thoughts. If you're going to go use them, just buy more uppers and lowers because you always need more upper dentures and lower dentures. They're a pretty good deal, 15 bucks a piece or 14.50 a piece. Yeah, he didn't pay me to say this at all. He doesn't know I'm saying it. I guess he does. But just go buy them. They're really good if you do dentures at all. They were kind of like a massage tray almost. They're really easy to heat up and flex and whatnot. I got a little tutorial on them. I love them, yeah. But anyway, so this is the case right here. Let's go to the photos real quick. This is just kind of the case we scanned up here. You can see here's the bite. We got a lower regular arch that we scanned up with my Medit. Did a kind of a, scanned the teeth. Did a, for the Frankel, whatever you call it, what's it called? Whatever dual bilateral edentulous space, I forgot what those are called. Kennedy Class 2, Kennedy Class 1, I'm sorry. Got some caries and whatnot. We'll take care of those eventually, I guess, whenever she wants to. Yeah. And on the top, we have an impression here that I've kind of had to modify a little bit here. We kind of scanned a little bit of Corey's denture tray and also scanned a little bit of the arch as well. And I'll show you why we did it this way, because I love the trays a lot, but every now and then you're going to take an impression of them. Let's see, I got the dentures themselves here. This is the bite we took right there with the tray in the mouth. This is actually the tray itself. So we got the tray, we got some little bit of defects on it, which we took the impression, but it's still not too bad. The reason I scanned in the mouth, is because we got the little areas right here, and we could fill in these gaps, So that's kind of why I scanned in the mouth right there. So I got this little area right here that I didn't quite love. And so that's why I re-scanned in the mouth, because I didn't quite trust my posterior palatal area that much. And I figured I can kind of fix this area right here pretty easily, just with Blue Sky Plan model stuffs. So yeah, I'm happy with that impression right there, honestly. I think we'll get a good final model. And you can see right here, this is the image that you kind of want to have. Let's see, where's it at here? This is the final impression we got here. We got a good VDO right here. Actually, these trays, I don't need to modify them at all. That happens about, I have about half the time. I don't need to modify the trays at all. Just kind of just put them on in. The bite's perfect. And then you just realign them with some PVS light body and just go to seat. The trick with these trays that you really got to do everything at once. You can't dilly-dally with them. You can't do it one at a time. You got to make sure you do everything at once. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad experience with them. So yeah, I know I got everything just nailed here. This is going to be perfect. I feel very good about it. So good. Let us rock and roll. So we open up the patient's case here. Let's go through Model Master here. So we open up Blue Sky Plan, Model Master. This is a new copy of Blue Sky Plan, so there shouldn't be anything different with it. This is one of the test versions, but I think so far they're not playing around with Model Master to my knowledge. Import models. Let's see here. Import all the files. And I'll actually have all these files available for everyone who wants them. Alright, now we're going to let Blue Sky Plan, because we have teeth on the bottom, we'll let Blue Sky Plan actually figure out how the models go. So we click on the bottom model here, click Mandible, hit Continue to Alignment. And we can see here that Blue Sky Plan aligned everything perfectly. Now, if for some reason we didn't like this, let's say you want to try going back and you want to see how Blue Sky Plan can align the top model, because that's a edentulous model right there. We can click on edentulous maxilla. We hold down Shift and then just kind of follow the markers right there. And I guess it's kind of lined up like that, but that looks not as good as the other one did. So we'll go back and let the AI figure out the mandible there. Just want to show you how to do it 2 different ways. Looks good, and finish. Perfect. Now, what we're going to do here is let's first clamp the top model here a little bit here, because it's a little bit, kind of got some holes in it and whatnot, and we just make it look pretty for the lab. So first I do is clamp the holes. Let's change the color. So click on the color here. Let's make it a nice, pretty teal. We go to, now the whole options here, you're going to see those whole things on the right hand side here. Model Edit, which one to go to first. If you can't find it, you're going to go to Panels, and you want to go to Model Edit. We're going to select holes manually. Hold down Shift, and you want to click on the little yellow spots. They're the holes. And we're going to fill in these holes here. Hit Close Selected Holes. Holding down Shift here. Close Selected Holes. Very good. And let's close a few more holes here. Close Selected Holes. Very good. Now we got this little tear right here almost, where it's trying to merge the impression to the intraoral scan. So let's just kind of remove this little piece right here. So we click Selection Brush, hold down Shift. Now normally, if I was trying to really make this look good, I probably would have just accepted just a regular scan. Sorry, just the regular impression just kind of dealt with those little tears. But I was okay having the lower quality impression, just to kind of show you what's going on. So I probably will go back and honestly and just rescan this case and just put the what's the word for it? I'll probably just put the actual scan on there for the impression that I took, because I'm not loving the scan honestly as much as I thought it was. But just so y'all can see how we do the whole process here. But anyway, so I got the scan right here. Cut it. Select this hole right here. Close this part. Now we're going to go to smoothing, and we're just going to smooth this out right here. Good. Smooth this out right here. Yeah, it's one of those things, sometimes you don't realize how bad your models look until you have a chance to really look at them good. Smooth this little part over here. And we'll smooth this little part over here. Great. And then I think there's probably in her mouth right there. That looks like something that might be in her mouth. And then we'll smooth this little hole right here. Good. Let's get rid of these 2 little blebs right here. Select these little spots. Close selected holes, and then just smooth them out a little bit more. Good. Smooth a little more right here. Now let's kind of get rid of this little overhang right here. So what I like to do honestly is I just like to kind of just select the area around it, like this. Hit Cut. Then just double click the big area right there, the little islands, as I call them. Double click on them. Hit Cut, delete all that stuff right there. Good. Now we got a maxillary model right there that looks pretty decent, honestly. Perfect. Now we're going to save it. Always save. Perfect. Now let's do the mandible. The mandible is going to be a little bit tougher, especially whenever I got these distal extensions right here. They do not like to merge very well. So we got these weird little areas where everything is there that the intraoral scan was trying to figure out how to merge with the alginate impression. So let's see what the software gives me here. So we're going to hit select holes manually here. Let's fill in these gaps. That's a weird one right there. So let's hold a second here. Deselect all holes, kind of like the way that looked right there. So we'll fill in some of those holes that I know are correct first. Close selected holes. Close that hole next. Close that hole. All right, so we got this little thing over here that's doing something kind of strange with the geometry. So let's just kind of cut this piece off right here. Hold down Shift, and you actually can make the thing and just scroll your mouse, your middle mouse button, middle mouse wheel, and you make it bigger. Good, that looks a little better to us now. Now let's get rid of these little 4 islands over here. So we're going to Surfaces, click on the model, and then hit Cut right here. You can lasso these pieces right here. Perfect. Model Edit, select holes manually. Close those selected holes. So we can see right here we got something very weird going on right here where we have an internal, almost like a inside of a, we got like a cavity right here which should not exist at all. I can tell that because we'll have like a huge like gash almost right there. So we got to fix that in the model. Otherwise this will hurt. When the patient wears it. That looks a little bit more right there to me. Smooth it all out. Good. Let's get rid of this little spot right here. Get rid of that little hole, little spot right there. Good. And then let's get rid of this little spot over here because we're originally going to make this into a solid model. And when it does a solid model, it's not going to recognize this little spot over here. So we're going to want to get rid of this little overhang right here. Now, a lot of people might wonder, why do I spend this much time doing model work? And the reason is because you don't spend this much time doing model work, your partials will not fit at all, and you'll be very sad. Trust me. The more time you spend doing model work, the happier lab techs you have, and the better everything fits. Because model work is the basis of everything we do in removable. Honestly, everything basically do everything in dentistry. Poor models lead to bad prosthetics. And I like being the one who does all my model work because then when that stuff doesn't fit, it's my own fault. Let's see what's going on down here. Those little pieces right there. Good. Let's get this. Trying to get rid of the little things over here. Good. The reason I'm spending so much time on this is because this is going to a lab. Just going to Control Z whenever I have to. Good. Great, great, great. So, let's get rid of these little pieces down here. Good. Whew. All right. So we got the model done. That looks a lot better now, a lot cleaner. And our top model looks good too. Let's add a quick Luckman dam to it because I need a Luckman dam to it. So what I would do is I would go File, Export Data, Export, call it Max Repair. Open up in Mesh Mixer. Put the size down to about 25. Follow the Luckman dam protocol. If you know the Luckman dam protocol, just kind of Google search Luckman posterior palatal dam. This is how you do it right here. Go ahead and hit Control G right there. Now we're going to select the middle part here and make a suction cup here. So extrude this part. I like to do it by 0.4 right there. Accept. Clear selection. Now go in the green part. Hit that all. Let's intrude that by -0.5. Accept that. Clear that selection, then go to the side pieces right here, and let's put them in by 1 millimeter. So go -1. Perfect. Good. File, export. Max Repair with Lane Luckman. Very good. Now we're going to open that thing back up and import it back into here. No need to line it here because it's already lined back in the same reference, but we are going to smooth it out a little bit, so we're going to hide everything but the red. And because this thing's all kind of janky right now, we're going to model edit, smooth this out, hold down shift, and just kind of smooth it out to make it look a little prettier. There we go. Now we have two models like that. Now let's make them both hollow. So we go create a hollow model with this. So you click on model manipulation. If you don't know where model manipulation is, you go back to panels. It's right there. Create a hollow model. Oh, sorry, a mandible right there. So we created the exact opposite way we wanted to. So let's delete that. Model manipulation, maxilla, hollow model. Very good. Now let's do the exact same to the mandibular model. Hollow model. Very good. You can see there's a little overhang right there. Because I couldn't figure out what to do with that part right there, so we'll just surfaces on that. We'll just delete that. That way the lab doesn't hate us, because that'll kind of script their printing stuff. Some lab tech won't like you, because that just takes more time for their printing. Just fix it right now, because the printer, they won't see it, and the printer will want to print that out, and it'll just be hell for everybody. So good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to articulate these two models. So what you do is you go in here and you set articulation pins between that model, the mandibular model, hollow model, and maxillary hollow model. For some reason, Blue Sky Plan doesn't think one of the models is closed, probably the mandibular model, because we removed that little stuff right there. Yeah, mandibular one. Okay. So now we're going to do that. Now I like to personally bring the model pins about as close as you possibly can to everything. And that makes it a lot easier for the lab to print everything out, in my opinion. I personally like to put 4. That's me. And then I like to put these pieces like pretty much towards the top. Then it just makes everything easier, in my opinion. Having printed on articulation pins beforehand, you can do this little bit of work for the lab. It's just fewer supports for the lab to print out. That looks pretty good. Good. And now we go create articulation pins. And now Blue Sky Plan creates everything. Oh, I didn't do the other two. Oh well. Okay. And now the way you export it, I like to export whatever's on screen. So I'll hide one model, go File, Export Data. Right now with the mandibular model. And hollow articulated. No export cost. And then max hollow articulated. So it does take some time to do all the step. This took me 25 minutes to do. So it takes some time to go through the whole process, but I get better results. And I will promise you that I don't have many adjustments when I go to deliver dentures, because I do go through this whole process. So is it worth it? I think so, but you be the judge. And my labs don't charge me a lot of money for printing out dentures. Actually, I get them for free whenever I do this. But maybe your lab won't do it. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. I'll have a couple more videos coming out because I want dentists to learn how to do this, and also for my denturist buddies and other denturist buddies who want to learn how to do it too. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Bye.